Happy winter, everyone! I don't know about you, but I personally am fascinated by snow. However, where I live, it doesn't snow that much, so I thought it would be really fun to do a science experiment to see and learn a bit more about snow. For this experiment, you'll need some pipe cleaners, some borax, a glass or a jar, a spoon, a pencil, some string or floss, and some scissors. We'll also need some water, but we'll get to that later. To get started, we're going to make a snowflake shape using pipe cleaners. Every snowflake has 6 arms coming off of its main base shape. However, the extensions of these arms are all unique, so every snowflake is unique, as you might have heard before. To make our snowflake base, we'll take 2 pipe cleaners, and we'll start with one, folding it in half. Then take the second one and cut it in about half. Then take one of the cut pieces and your folded piece and wrap the cut piece around the folded piece, tying a knot. So now we have 4 arms coming off of our snowflake, and we will use the other piece we cut to add 2 more arms by tying a knot how we just did with the other piece. And then using scissors, you can trim down the arms so that they're all similar in length. You want to make sure that your snowflake is small enough so that it can fit into your jar or cup. If not, you'll have to trim it a little bit more. Once you get it to a size that it fits into your jar, you can go back and add more detailing with other pipe cleaners, or leave it as a simple base with your 6-sided snowflake. Next, we're going to take some string or dental floss and tie a knot around one of the arms of the snowflake. This will allow us to hang our snowflake into our jar later on. Next step will be to boil some water. Be sure to get your parents' help with this step. Once you have your boiled water, very carefully pour it into your glass or jar. You'll want to fill the jar pretty much all the way. Next, we're going to take our borax and we'll add it into our water until the solution becomes cloudy and we can no longer dissolve any more borax into the water. Now we're going to take our snowflake pipe cleaner that we made and place it into the water. We can take a pencil or a pen and wrap the string around it to keep it from fully going into the water. And we'll just place that on top, and we'll let this sit for approximately 24 hours to see how the crystals form. After 24 hours, you can remove the snowflake from the liquid, and you should be able to see the crystals that have formed on your snowflake. These crystals are similar in structure to the crystals that make up snowflakes in real life. How did this work? Well, when we mixed the borax in the water, we created a supersaturated solution because the water was cloudy and so no more borax could be dissolved in. However, because we used hot water, we were able to mix in more borax than we would have been able to had we used cold water. This is because the water molecules, when hot, are able to move around faster and thus spread out more than cold water molecules. And because they're spread out more, this allows more borax to be dissolved into the water. As the mixture cools, however, the water molecules slow down and there is less room for the borax in the water. So the borax molecules fall out of the water and they separate, creating the crystal structure that we see on our snowflake. Crystals come together in a specific repeated pattern based off of the molecules that are forming them. In our snowflake example, we were able to see these repeated crystal structures on our pipe cleaners. And this is similar to the crystallization that happens with snowflakes. However, on real snowflakes, these crystals are much smaller. If you ever get the chance to see snow and put it under a microscope, you'll be able to see these small repeated patterns that are crystals. The science of snow is beautiful and fun. So now that we've done this great experiment together, let's turn to my friend Katie for a little bit more snow inspiration. Take it away, Katie.
Hi everyone. You just finished up making your very own snowflakes, and because of how the crystals form, that makes each snowflake unique. Just like snowflakes, every one of you is unique. Today we are going to do an activity to dig deeper into what makes each of us who we are and what makes us unique. To start off, I'd like you to write down 5 words that you think help define who you are. What sorts of things did you write down? Did you write down things you like your favorite movies or music you listen to? Did you write down activities you like to do, such as sports or art? Or did you write down things you value, such as family or honesty? Did you write down any character traits, such as I am kind or I am a thoughtful friend? Frequently, we might identify ourselves with what we do, rather than the character traits that make us who we are. We can choose who we want to be and how we want to define ourselves. So now I want you to write down 5 things that you think are character traits. Maybe focus on things that you already love about yourself, or things that you want to focus on developing this next year. I hope this helps you reflect on who you are and how you want to define yourself. Just like a snowflake, every one of you is unique. Finally, I want to remind you that you can be a scientist. And I mean that. A part of science that is often overlooked or not well known is citizen science. This is data that is collected and submitted by citizens, just like you and me. Citizen scientists are people who have a passion for science but have decided to pursue something else as their main career. But that doesn't mean that they can't still participate in science. 2 amazing women citizen scientists are Hilde Follundstrom and Sunniva Sorby. They decided to live in the high Arctic area of Norway for many months in 2020. Their goal was to collect lots of data on how climate change is affecting the Arctic. Just like these women are participating in an extreme form of citizen science, so can you. Keep an eye out for our video later this spring all about citizen science. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos. You are brilliant. Bye everyone.